It's time for low elo Aatrox. But some of you will probably go, Stonewall, why is this low elo? It's wondering when you are gold 4 on this account. Well, mindless person, I don't know what to do. It's because I consider anything below gold 3 and even lower gold 3 as low elo. Why would I say that? That's because after placement matches, most people will end up in being like gold 5 and below. And I start seeing more effort being given to gold 3 and above matches. That's the people who really, really care about their rank start trying really hard to get the hell out of it. So gold 3, 2, and 1, that's where I consider, where improvement elos or whatever. Nonetheless, attack speed red, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, and attack damage quints. And my masteries are 2190. So here I used my Blitzcrank sort of as a bait so I can go in after the enemy team has used all their CC. They still had exhaust, but that's not going to stop me. I go in, kill the Caitlyn, and they pop my passive. But you all know Aatrox, he's basically got 2 lives. I don't know why this Alistar thought it'd be wise to go back in. So sure, it got Blitzcrank killed, but we also killed him, and that's kind of really bad, especially since you don't want to feed the jungler or the AD carry. I go back, buy myself a magic razor and a long sword. Now I kill these golems and I go top lane, and this is actually going to be a huge fuck up, but it's still there's a silver lining to it. I go in and I miss my E. And I just kind of auto-attack at the rise. I missed my Q just by a little bit, but here I should have used my potion, and I should have just auto-attacked the minions, because they seem to have been focusing Akali anyway. Auto-attacked them to heal myself with my W passive, but nope. I die, leave a beautiful corpse. So, Aatrox, jungle Aatrox. Some people asked me, Stonewall, when you recommended junglers that can deal damage and that could also had CC or use some form of initiation utility, why didn't say Aatrox? The thing about Aatrox is, unlike those other champions, he's not that well off without gold. He works in extremes. And by extremes, I mean, you want to do damage, you need a lot of gold invested into damage. You want to be tanky or some kind of initiator, you need a lot of gold invested into it. So, yeah, you can just farm all day in lower level and probably still, come out good. But as Aatrox, you won't deal as much damage as a superly farmed Master Yi, unless you build prime time items, and only prime time items. So unless you get fed with a lot of badass ganks and whatnot, then you're gonna come out kind of shoddy. Watch this though. I saw the Amumu go in, and the Orianna's so pushed to the tower. I asked my Karma teammates just for me and her to just kind of pile driver him in there, wedged. Orianna couldn't do anything. She was back at her tower, and obviously that was an easy kill for us. I didn't miss my E because I thought he was gonna at least try to walk away, but he stood still. And with that, we get ourselves a lovely dragon, and that's a huge boost for us. Or the Rise also came down bottom for whatever reason, and they sort of chased into my jungle and thus wasted more time. So the Akali got some tower damage off and also got some more farm, while the Rise lost waves and waves of minions. And with that buys me Wriggle's Lantern, Vampiric Scepter, Longsword, and Boots. Yeah, I refunded the Cutlass because I figured, I do need mobility and I could just use some of the more utility right there. Amumu goes in, initiates along with the Alistar, but they don't really have enough damage to kill both the Karma right away. So Karma gets to cut him a little bit, and the minion gets his ass kicked by minions. In fact, the fun part is here. Well, even though my flash Q got stopped, the minions actually finish off Amumu. Orianna's basically stuck between me and the Karma here. She can't finish off the Karma in a cool, swift blow, and, I'm way too healthy just to be taken out quickly, and I have my passive anyway, so... And Illusion also showed up, so that was another easy kill for us. Anyways, back to what I was saying about Aatrox. He works in extremes. You need a lot of damage, you need a lot of tankiness in order to be effective. And the other champions like Xin Zhao and Jarvan and such like that, they can do similar things to Aatrox, but with a lot less gold commitment. So they're a lot less snowball dependent as Aatrox. Aatrox, he can snowball easily. Yeah, you can get farmed, you can annihilate people, you can lifesteal your way to the victory. But honestly, it's kind of one of those, why go that put that little extra risk there. Though to be very, very fair, your passive tends to fuck with a lot of people. Pay attention to how in a lot of these fights, my passive is blown, or I use my passive to make wild plays and they don't expect it. By the way, this is a very, very common thing that's going to happen in this game, and it's kind of like a repeating situation. The Alistar is very concerned with our protein intake, so he decides to continuously feed us his meat. And there you go, scare off Amumu. The Caitlyn had the right idea, and the Amumu kind of stayed at the tower for no apparent reason, so you should have just backed off right there. As a result of taking bottom lane and dragon, we've essentially gained full control of the map. Here we stop Orianna from going home, and I go with my Q in, a little risky play thanks to my passive, and pop her flash. Now take notice of this. Amumu and the Alistar come at us. They don't have any damage to defeat my life sustain, plus the Karma's repeated, shields. And I know the Alistar does not have an ultimate, so I just go gung-ho on him, and we manage to kill him. The Amumu also really doesn't have any damage to stand up against me, so I'm not afraid of killing him either. I just jump at him and murder him. Now pay attention to this. There are no enemy minions here, and Orianna's just going to come to the tower, so immediately divers. Like, what is she going to do? Blow her abilities on the Karma? That's not enough to kill her. Karma will, just eat the abilities and walk away. Use it on me? I don't care if I die. I have a passive to revive me. The Orianna would have died, and did die, before she got to do anything significant. So there, that's one very good thing. Okay, I just have to stop right here. Once again, this Alistar just kind of decided to do something at the tower, like, even though I was walking up to him and he should have known I had CC, so he just died again. Anyways, if there's one thing Aatrox does have over the other ones, is his stupid passive. His passive can make so many plays happen, and this Q, it allows you to initiate somewhat, and a lot more dangerous if you're glass cannon. By the way, this little scene here, it's completely fucked up thanks to low replay. I went in on all of them and I tried to CC them all, and I definitely killed the Mumu. And then the Alistar sort of saved me by headbutting me away. Ryze shows up, pops my passive. I don't care, because I'm just going to flash out and escape. The Alistar goes in for the Karma, and I just go in and kill the Alistar because he's got nothing to kill me with. The Ryze is stuck between 4 people now. The Blitzcrank goes in, punches him in the face a little bit, and then Lucian finishes him off. The Blitzcrank unfortunately dies. Not as clean as it hopefully should have been. But nonetheless, I hope you can see that. Even as a glass cannon, I'm playing very recklessly as Aatrox whenever I have my passive up. I'm going with the whole, scorched earth kind of thing here. I don't exactly know what name to call it, but I'll go with it. It's where I'll go in, be completely reckless, and take all their damage. And just hopefully I kill a few of their important people, or enough of the people that can, do significant damage to my teammates or CC them. And hopefully, survive either to my passive or just die with enough of them dead so the rest of my teammates can clean up. Unfortunately, this little fight here was so haphazardly fought by everybody, it's kind of a turnabout. The Karma dies here, and the Blitzcrank is going to, stick around way too long. Like, look at the map, he's just kind of sticking there, and then actually engages on the enemy Orianna to die. So I still would really recommend Aatrox as one of the characters to carry yourself out of lower elo, but he doesn't, like I was saying, he doesn't exactly work the same as the Xin Zhao and Jarvan and everything. If you want to play him, you have to be a lot more, honestly, reckless than they are. The whole, just if you can't get a few kills for yourself, if you can't hog it, then you might as well not play. Like here, I kill them all, and this is a risky play, even though we killed 3 of them. It's because it's early on into the game where we can be wiped out at Baron or trapped in there, but they didn't respond to it at all, so it was good enough. But that's what I mean. With Aatrox, you gotta go for the gusto. Kill somebody, go for objectives, just slaughter everything, take it all. Because if you cannot... I've always felt that Aatrox really shouldn't be fighting anybody on equal grounds. Like, if you're both equally farmed and equally geared, you might win. Like, you might win the 1v1, but in a team fight or in a 2v1, you'll get rocked, you'll get CC'd, and you'll get just annihilated. But if you're, snowballing out of control, you can be a fucking maniac and just slaughter everybody. Like, look here right there. We just killed Alistar because he went full stupid again. And here, I just flash Q and try to get the Caitlyn. I don't care if I'm being CC'd. I don't care if I'm being blasted. I'm going in for the kills, because that's the kind of character Aatrox is, as long as you have the passive. So, if you're playing someone if you're used to playing characters like Shaco or Master Yi or somebody, Aatrox could be a very good champion, to transition into, because he does similar things to them. He wants to assassinate, he wants to murder the squishies and whatnot, but he actually has some utility to back it up. And if there's one thing in lower level that I've noticed is a massive, I guess, detriment to teams is there's a lack of initiation. So even though Aatrox, you'd be wanting to play him in lower divisions as a sort of carry, at least you can somewhat initiate or, take advantage of moments when your opponents are clumped up or some crap like that. Like, oh, you see three players clumped up, jump on them. I'm pretty sure even chimpanzees would realize, let's follow it up and follow Aatrox's initiation on 3 characters. By the way, this whole scene here is just dumb as shit. So Alistar once again is in a bad position, so we attack him. Blitzcrank gets a good pull on the Caitlyn. Amumu comes in and pretty much uses ultimate fruitlessly. My Q fails over the wall, and then Orianna flashes over the wall, and then Lucian's flash over the wall fails too. I go back only to be confronted by Ryze and die right here. Then the Ryze gets too close, and the Blitzcrank basically gets to pull him because he was slowed, and then we kill him too. Holy crap, these fights are a mess, aren't they? That's kind of attributed to low elo. Now, as I mentioned, again, with the whole gold thing by the Aatrox, there's one way you can there's 2 ways of building the Aatrox, though. One is the minimalist kind of way. It's in which you feel you're going to go, for a budget build, so you build yourself Blade of the Rune King. That's kind of like the primary build on him. Ghostblade and Spirit of the Lizard Elder, and just hope for the best. I know Spirit of the Lizard Elder isn't the best on him, but what else are you going to do? Or the build I took with the one where this is like honestly a very overconfident build, whereas I got myself Blade of the Rune King and Pharaoh Flare for my primary damage. Then I got Hex Drinker. I didn't go magic resistance first. I went for more damage along with some resistance. And I also got Berserker Screeves. I mean, look at it. They have Amumu, they have Ryze, they have Alistar, Orianna, and shit. I went for the for the attack speed over the what's called tenacity and junk like that. I'm going just for pure damage. By the way, Alistar once again is here just to give us beef patties. He's just kind of died again. That's like, how many deaths does he have at this point? 12 deaths. That's yeah. He's gonna is he gonna die again? I'm pretty sure he is. No. In most cases, you still want to build Aatrox with some resistances. But again, if you're going for the Gusto, it's just pure auto-attacking slaughter build. Spirit Visage just works well with the lifesteal and all that good stuff. So that was like the second main item I decided to build. And then after actually Randuin's Omen to make it more bruisery. If you wanted to go full-ass damage on him, remember, attack speed kind of is better on him than anything else. Some lifesteal, but attack speed and critical, and you'll be beautiful on Aatrox. Though, of course, you got the tanky build that you can go with, which is Randuin's Omen after Spirit of the Lizard Elder and Spirit of Visage. But either way, Alistar right there initiated on us with no ultimate and pretty much got himself hand-blasted and he died. Then the rest of his team pretty much got caught and killed, and that's kind of it. I mean, I didn't really want to commentate on the game after a while because it honestly went out the deep end in terms of, intelligence for the enemy team. But still, Aatrox gets like a B ranking in terms of carrying yourself out of, lower levels. Jarvan's still S ranking, Xin Zhao's like B plus ranking. Aatrox, a nice little B right there. Solid B, yay.